Have you ever been somewhere really busy, like a packed concert, or maybe just the supermarket on a Saturday, or even, surrounded by family, and yet this weird thought just pops up? Wow, I feel kind of lonely right now.
Oh, definitely. Or you finish a long video call, right?
Yeah. You click leave.
And suddenly you just wish you could have, I don't know, actually high-fived someone.
Exactly. Or just shared a proper laugh face
Yeah.
to face. It's such a strange feeling, that disconnect, even when you're technically with people.
It really is. And loneliness, it isn't just some fleeting mood. It's pretty universal.
It is, and it can sneak up on anyone. So today we're going to cover on something super vital for all of us. It's about how we connect, and maybe more importantly, how we handle those times when connection just feels far away.
Yeah, and what really jumps out right away is how deep this need for connection actually goes. It's baked into us.
Baked in.
Yeah, like fundamentally, this isn't just about feelings. It has real tangible effects. We're social creatures, you know? That's the core of it. And when that need isn't met, well, the impact is pretty significant. Isolation doesn't just feel bad.
Right.
It genuinely affects your mental and physical health. We're talking stress levels shooting up, anxiety, depression, and it can even increase the risk for serious things like heart disease and stroke.
Wow. Okay, so this is foundational stuff, not just feeling a bit down.
Exactly. It really shows how crucial those social ties are for everything.
And it's so important to say feeling this way is totally normal. It happens.
Absolutely.
Maybe you've just moved or lost someone close. Or heck, maybe you have tons of online friends, but nobody you could call up for coffee right now.
Mm-hmm. Very common triggers.
It's just part of being human, I guess. But the good news, the really good news, is that you can absolutely do something about it.
Definitely solvable.
So, okay, if you're feeling that distance, where do you start? One of the first things we looked at was reaching out, especially when, face-to-face is tricky. And it's not just what you do, but maybe how you do it. There's some interesting stuff there about the effort involved.
Yeah, that was fascinating. I mean, obviously, modern tech is huge, right? Video calls saved a lot of us during certain times.
For sure. Zoom hangouts, virtual lunches with colleagues.
Webcasts, online classes, all great ways to connect across datums. But the thing that really stood out was the power of something way more old school.
Old school? Like what?
Writing an actual physical letter.
Huh. A letter?
Seriously. The thinking is the time and effort it takes to actually write and mail a letter or card makes it feel so much more significant to the person who gets it. Way more than just another text or email pinging on their phone.
That's true. When was the last time I got a real letter? It does feel special.
Yeah.
Like finding treasure in the mailbox.
Exactly. And it works both ways. The act of writing it, putting your thoughts down, that can actually help you feel less lonely. It's a space to process things, maybe even find some gratitude. And then the person receiving it gets this tangible thing, Proof someone cares, they can hold on to it.
That dual benefit is really neat. Okay, so letters. Surprisingly powerful. But what about finding new people? Going beyond your existing circle?
Ah, yes. Casting a wider net.
Yeah. How do you expand your universe, so to speak? This part was really interesting. Finding connections maybe where you don't expect them.
Right. So when you want to broaden things, where do you look? There are so many options now.
Online, for starters. It's not just dating apps, right? There's meetups for hobbies.
Hiking groups, board game nights, quoting clubs, anything.
Social media groups for literally any interest. Online forums where people have proper discussions. Even multiplayer video games.
Definitely. Shared experiences build connections fast. But don't forget offline, too.
Like what?
Peer support groups, maybe? Local events, concerts in the park, open mic nights, that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. Or book clubs. Finding people with shared interests seems key.
Exactly. Shared interests, shared spaces, places where conversations can just sort of happen naturally.
And this is where that idea of weak ties comes in, right?
Spot on. What's fascinating is that even just chatting with strangers can help fight loneliness.
Really? Strangers?
Yeah. You don't need to find a new best friend immediately. Sometimes just, sharing a quick laugh with someone at a cafe.
Or chatting with the person walking their dog when you're out.
Exactly. Or someone in line at the store. These brief moments, these weak ties, they're actually really powerful. They give you this subtle sense of belonging, chipping away at that feeling of isolation, even if it never becomes a deep friendship.
Little reminders that you're part of the world.
Oh,
I like that. Micro connections.
Mm.
Okay. Another angle that felt a bit counterintuitive. Helping other people. How does focusing outwards help us feel less lonely.
It's a powerful mechanism, and there are concrete ways to do it.
Like volunteer?
Absolutely. Pick a cause you care about, an animal shelter, maybe, or helping out at a food bank, or even local campaigning. You're not just doing good, you build this real sense of connection with the other volunteers. You're working together, shared purpose.
That shared purpose must be a strong bond.
It really is. Or think simpler, running errands for a neighbor, maybe an older person or new parents or someone who's sick.
Helping them out, but also building those little social threads in your neighborhood.
Precisely. And mentoring came up too, teaching someone a skill, a sport, an instrument.
Oh, yeah. That must feel rewarding.
Hugely. It gives you purpose, creates a unique bond. It benefits the mentor just as much as the mentee, sometimes more when it comes to connection.
Okay, I see why that works. It shifts your focus, doesn't it?
Exactly. Helping others is often just as beneficial for you as for them. It pulls you out of your own head, out of that loop of lonely thoughts. It adds meaning, purpose. And those are potent antidotes to feeling isolated. You're contributing, you belong. It's a positive cycle.
Contributing makes you feel connected. That makes sense. Okay, moving on. Sometimes just changing your surroundings can help. Like literally changing the scenery.
Yeah, the physical and even mental landscape. Let's get into that. The simple act of just getting outside.
Right. And this doesn't have to be some epic hike, does it?
Not at all. Just walking around your neighborhood, maybe try a different street each time.
Taking photos was mentioned too. Finding beauty in everyday things.
Yeah, slowing down, noticing things, or deliberately spending time in public spaces.
Instead of eating lunch alone at your desk.
Right. Grab a coffee somewhere busy, eat lunch in a park. Just being around other people, even if you don't talk, can make you feel less alone.
That social presence idea.
Just seeing other humans going about their day. And of course, outdoor hobbies are great. Cycling, hiking, even mall walking, if that's your thing.
Mall walking. Okay. It gets you moving and around people.
Exactly. Organic exposure, potential for unforced chats.
Now, what about people who can't easily get outside? There was this really clever idea. Virtual travel.
Oh, that was brilliant, especially for people stuck at home. And it's way more than just watching videos.
How so?
It's about actively recreating a trip you wish you could take, like properly immersing yourself,
Okay.
reading guidebooks for that place, cooking food from that region, taking virtual tours of museums online.
Huh. That sounds fun.
There was even a suggestion for a virtual vacation guessing game with friends, trying to guess where someone is based on their virtual background or descriptions.
Okay, that definitely sounds fun. I'm in.
Right. And beyond specific trips, you can watch online concerts, theater shows, or even just go through old photos, make a scrapbook, relive good memories, and importantly, plan future trips, even small ones. Gives you something to look forward to.
Having something to anticipate is huge.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've covered reaching out, finding communities, helping others, changing our environment, physically or virtually. But what about what's going on inside, our mindset?
Ah, yes. Sometimes the biggest connection to work on is the one with yourself.
How do you do that? It mentioned talking to yourself like a friend.
Exactly. We can spend hours alone just beating ourselves up, right? Replaying mistakes, imagining the worst.
Guilty as charged.
It just digs the hole deeper. So the idea is to catch those negative thoughts, like, I'll never make friends here.
And challenge.
Yeah. Ask yourself, is that really true? Or what would I say to a friend who said that? And then actively rephrase it. Something kinder, more realistic. Like, okay, I feel lonely right now, and that's hard, but I am capable of connecting with people.
Small shift. Big difference over time.
Huge difference. And another internal strategy is simply distraction with purpose, hobbies.
Right. Focusing on an interest. How does that help with loneliness specifically?
It's not just filling time. It helps you feel less alone because it strengthens your sense of purpose and meaning.
Purpose and meaning again.
Exactly. Always wanted to learn Spanish, play the guitar, paint, write your family history. Now might be the time. Getting lost in something, mastering a skill, it builds your identity. Home improvements, online classes, genealogy.
Updating your resume even.
Sure, anything that gives you that sense of progress and engagement. And of course, animals.
Pets. The ultimate companions for some.
Definitely. Adopting is a big step, but even pet sitting or walking dogs from a shelter.
Yeah.
Instant companionship. Plus, you often meet other pet owners that way. Opens up new social doors.
It really all comes back to just taking care of yourself, doesn't it? Holistically.
Totally. Building and relaxation meditation, maybe guided imagery if you're homesick.
Getting active is huge.
Gym, park, team sports for the social side.
Finding joy in simple things, a bath, a good book, your favorite comfort show.
Yeah.
And being mindful about Coping mechanism.
Like not overdoing it with food or drink to self-medicate.
Exactly.
Sure.
It's temporary relief that often makes things worse long term.
Okay, so one last really important piece seemed to be about acceptance.
Yes, acceptance and self compassion. It's so crucial to remember to practice acceptance. Loneliness happens to everyone at some point. It's not a character flaw, there's no shame.
Accepting that it's normal. And accepting things you can't control right now, like maybe not being able to travel easily or life changes. And it's okay to still miss old friends, even while making new ones.
That longing is normal too.
Completely normal. It's part of having meaningful connections in the past. The key is not letting that feeling stop you from reaching out now. Acknowledge it, feel it, but keep moving forward.
Wow. Okay, so we've really covered a lot of ground here, from creative ways to reach out to finding new
The
communities,
power of helping others.
changing your environment, even virtually.
And that crucial inner work mindset, hobbies, self-care, acceptance.
It feels like the big takeaway is loneliness is normal, it's human.
But absolutely manageable. The core message seems clear. With the right approaches, the right support, you really can build or rebuild a social life that feels good and satisfying.
Absolutely. So maybe the question for everyone listening is, as you go about your day to day, what's one tiny step you could take? Something small, maybe unexpected, to weave a new thread into your connections.
Could be anything. Writing that letter.
Saying hi to the barista, signing up for that class.
Small actions add up.
They really do.
Yeah.
And one final really important point. If that feeling of loneliness feels totally overwhelming, like you just can't shift it, please know when to get help.
Yes. Reaching out to a professional is a sign of strength, not weakness.
Absolutely. It's a vital step towards getting the support you need and deserve. Well, thank you for joining us for this cover-to-cover exploration.
Thank you.